What's the worst news you've ever gotten on your birthday? My 26th birthday started with French toast and ended in a police station. It was a Tuesday, so I had taken the day off work. My girlfriend, Rachel at the time, woke me up with breakfast in bed. She'd lit a candle and stuck it in a piece of toast. It was sweet, thoughtful. We ate, laughed, and she told me she had something planned for the afternoon. But it was a surprise. I thought maybe it'd be a picnic or a day trip somewhere. She'd done that sort of thing before. She liked surprises. I didn't, really, but for her, I played along. Around noon, we got in her car and drove about 40 minutes outside of town. I didn't ask questions. I figured it'd be a winery or maybe a hike. When we pulled into a small parking lot outside a little lodge-looking place, I saw the sign, Whisper Creek Couples Retreat. I smiled and said, "You got us a spa day?" She smiled back, nervous, sort of. Inside, the receptionist handed us a waiver. I glanced at the paper. Communication-focused trust building for couples. It wasn't a spa. It was a relationship workshop. She had signed us up for couples therapy on my birthday. We were seated in a semicircle with 5 other couples. The counselor, a chipper woman named Gloria, asked each couple to share what brought them there. I glanced at Rachel. She nodded like this was normal. When it was our turn, I stammered something about wanting to build strong habits, while Rachel jumped in and said, "We've been having some communication problems." That was news to me. We'd had our arguments, who doesn't, but nothing I thought was serious. But over the next 2 hours, she laid it all out. I was emotionally distant. I didn't open up enough. I didn't compliment her unless she asked. She said I didn't show her I cared. And suddenly I was fighting defensively in a room full of strangers, trying to keep my face neutral as she told them about the time I didn't hold her hand at her cousin's wedding. By the time we got back to the car, I was silent. She asked if I wanted to stop somewhere for dinner. I said no. We drove home with the radio low. When we got back, I opened the door to find my apartment ransacked. Drawers open, cushions pulled, my laptop gone, my watch, my old coin collection, the whiskey bottle my dad gave me after college, all gone. Rachel gasped and ran into the bedroom. My underwear drawer had been dumped. They even took my backup phone charger. We called the police. A uniformed officer came within the hour. He asked questions, took photos, dusted a few places for prints. Nothing really stood out. No sign of forced entry, no security cam footage from the building worth anything. But then the officer asked something I didn't expect. "Do you know someone named Josh Evans?" I froze. Josh was Rachel's ex. The guy she told me had cheated on her and left her for someone else 2 years ago. The guy who, as far as I knew, lived in Colorado now. "Why?" I asked. The officer pulled a slip of paper from his notebook. "Because we found this envelope under your bed." It was addressed to Rachel in handwriting I didn't recognize. Inside was a note, just 2 words. "Happy anniversary." Rachel paled. "I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in years." The officer nodded slowly. "Well, we'll file a report, but if anything else comes up, let us know. Someone had access. There's no sign of a break-in." After he left, I sat on the couch in shock. Rachel cried and said she didn't know how he could have gotten in. Said maybe it was a coincidence. Said she hadn't talked to him in forever. I didn't say anything for a long time. Then I stood up, walked to the bedroom, and pulled my backup hard drive out of the closet. Still there, thank God. I packed a duffel bag and told her I needed time to think. She begged me not to go. Said she wanted the day to be special. Said she thought therapy would help us grow. Said she didn't know how this had all spiraled. That night I stayed at my friend Eric's place. We split a pizza and sat in silence while a rerun of Jeopardy played in the background. Just after midnight, Rachel texted me. "I need to tell you something. Please don't hate me." I stared at the message for a long time. The next morning I came back to the apartment. She was already gone. A note on the table said, "It wasn't Josh. It was me. I was drunk and angry. I didn't mean to take that much. I just wanted you to notice something was wrong." I filed the report. She was arrested 3 days later. The watch was pawned, the whiskey bottle smashed in a parking lot. My laptop showed up on Craigslist 2 weeks later under a burner account linked to her sister. I spent the next year in therapy. Real therapy. The kind you do when you realize someone you trusted used your birthday as a weapon. I don't celebrate much anymore. Cake doesn't hit the same after you blow out candles and walk into a crime scene.